Hey, hi, howdy, hello. ZGALA the Art Angel here. You can call me Auntie Angel if you like. I'm in the Head Hutt. One of my favorite times of day when the light's coming through the backside so nicely. Isn't that pretty? Just pause a moment and enjoy that. Ooh la la. By the way, the Head Hutt is a mega sculpture I built with these two hands and then wrote a book about and published on Amazon. And you can find a link to that down there somewhere. Thanks for stopping by today. This is a session I like to call, it's a segment. It's a session? It's a session of the segment I like to call Three Things About Three People Who've Inspired Me Recently. This is a time of day, which I don't, if I'm honest, I don't do every single day. I'm trying to get in the habit of, though. And when I do it, I try to think about who has inspired me in the last 24 hours, give or take, a little bit. Recently, the point being, because I'm trying to get myself in that habit of doing this more regularly because I think it's helpful for me, and I'm sharing it with you because I think that might be helpful for you, not only to hear what inspires me, which could be helpful, but also hopefully to think about what inspires you. That's actually the most helpful aspect that I see potentially in all of this rambling here. So when I reflect on who's inspiring me, it helps me be more inspired. It helps me embody more of those aspects that I find inspiring in others. It helps me be more of the kind of person I want to be. So that's why I like doing it for me. I like sharing it with you in the hopes that it will inspire you to do that for you. And if you would like to use the comment section of this video as a place where you are hereby officially invited to share what is inspiring you. Could be three things that have inspired you recently, could be just one thing that inspired you ever, or anything in between. Feel free to share that. You are hereby officially invited to share that in the comment section below. And I thank you if you do. So all that extensive rambling, the three people who inspired me recently, after all that talk about 24 hours that just came to mind, are actually people who I hadn't seen in a very long time. And I just saw almost a whole week ago. So I guess I need to extend my 24-hour rule. I need to bend that rule into a wider guideline, and for this video it's recently is going to be in the last week. These three friends have actually inspired me many times over the years, but in particular, so today is Saturday, and last Sunday I had a gathering for some friends who are coming through town who I hadn't seen in a while. And I used to have this kind of gathering, like a potluck jam fire gathering, fairly often, many times a year. But since the pandemic lockdowns, it's been fewer and further between. So it was really nice to have an occasion and feel like I had the energy for a change to have some people over. And it was a little bit striking that this was the first time in all the decades that I've been gathering with this group of friends in various arrangements of this group of friends that we weren't drinking, that I haven't been drinking pretty much this whole year. And I did a lot of almost complete years of not drinking. I've been pretty much off the heavy drinking since the lockdowns in 2020, I guess. That was, and it's 2024 now, so that I am not claiming full sobriety in that time whatsoever. I've smoked off and on for various periods, and I have had some drinks in that time. But this year, since I think the last drink I had was around the Christmas or New Year celebration, and now it's almost October. So again, I'm not keeping close track, and I'm not trying to claim any badge of honor there. But the point of all this rambling again is that this was the first time when I have been not drinking at all, and when several of the friends that came to this gathering were also not drinking. And in particular, there were three friends, this is what I'm trying to get to, who inspired me because they were quite heavy drinkers, as was I to maybe, I want to say not quite the same extent, but it just depends on your standard, right? But my friend Khalid, who I had not seen in years, and part because he was really declining in his ability to do a lot of things because of his drinking, and my friend Cameron, who also went pretty far into the heavy drinking, and last time I saw him was last summer, and he wasn't all that nice to me. So it was nice to have him come to my gathering after I made it a point to let another mutual friend know that he was welcome, and also my friend Khalid, who I hadn't seen in several years, and then my friend Bo, who I had the gathering for, him and his wife Adrian were coming through town, and Bo is very freshly being sober. Like, I think he had a beer the night before, so I can't even quite claim full sobriety, but he's in that process of realizing that he wants to reduce the amount of drinking in his life, and that it'll be a good move. And so I'm just really inspired by watching all these people in my life. And then I guess I should add a fourth person, my roommate, Ben, who just hit his 1 year of sobriety mark after, again, being a pretty hardcore drinker and partier. It's inspiring to see all of these people open a new chapter, I think would be a good way of putting it. Turn over a new leaf, sort of. It's not like, I don't know if I'm not as comfortable with turn over a new leaf as I am with open a new chapter, because, again, I think they may, I may, we may, like, there's no hard and fast rule that says you can never take another sip of alcohol, at least not in the world I live in. Now, like my roommate who's got his 1 year chip, he has not taken a sip of alcohol in a year. That's, that means a lot to get that acknowledgement. But I don't think that's the only way to go about opening that new chapter of our lives. And I do think that it needs to be that one day at a time sort of thing, where every day you're choosing to do it or not do it, basically, when it comes to all those little habits. I'm currently struggling with eating too many cookies and too much granola, which, side note, tangent, granola is just crumbled up cookies in milk. Self. Anyway, I weaned myself off of too many. Did I wean? No, I didn't even wean. What am I saying? I didn't even stop eating the cookies, but I tried, and then I ended up just eating a lot of granola, and that's not all. My point is, there are many ways that we can overconsume various things: alcohol, smoking, eating, negative thought, the news, shopping. So many ways that we can get into a bad habit of not treating ourselves very well. And so when we open a new chapter of our lives by realizing that we are worthy of our own love, that we want to take some steps to treat ourselves better, to me that's a big deal. It's been a big deal in my life, and it's an inspiration and a big deal watching some of my friends, long-term friends, open that new chapter of their life where they think, oh, I'm worth making a change for. That is the subject, underlying subject of my upcoming book, The Shift, and I'm going to get back to working on it here any minute, but I'm mentioning it in this video because hopefully real soon, if not already, it will be in the description of other books I've written and published, including one about the Head Hutt here. You can find that in the description as well. There should be an email list somewhere down there, perhaps. If there's not, you can let me know in the comments, and I'll try to make sure and add that. If you would like to sign up for my email list and be notified when my new upcoming book, The Shift, comes out, that's really about how to utilize tools that others have already tried, that are already tried and true tools, and make them your own, customize your own toolkit so that you can become more of a master of your own life and your own emotions, and navigate those kinds of changes that I'm talking about. Open a new chapter of your own life and up-level the experience that you're having by taking more personal responsibility for the choices that you're making. There you have it. Let me know if you have any thoughts about any of that. Let me know who and what and why you are inspired recently. And be sure to like and subscribe. Stay curious, stay courageous, get more fit so you can be more free. And I'll be seeing you soon. Ciao for now. Peace.